Utah Treasures of the Southwest or Switzerland Alpine Charm. But then you scroll down a little bit and there's some destination information and some specialty services. We do a lot of river cruises and group travel and things like that. But that next scroll is going to take you to travel deals. Okay. And so people are like, can you just get a hold of me when there are some deals? No, we can't. But you can help yourself by learning about these amazing deals. And among the amazing deals on the travel deal page is the Royal Caribbean sale that's going on right now until the 4th of October. So
that's coming up this week.
This week. So we've had lots and lots and lots of inquiries. And we talked, when I first kicked this sale off, about the vast amount of information that is on Royal Caribbean's website. We also talked about the fact that I went on the travel agent portal, as it's called, where you have to have special access to get on to that particular page on their website, and learned that I had not been certified with Royal Caribbean as a specialist since 2014.
Shame.
I know. So I took all the classes.
Okay.
I took them all. And so I knew a little bit about Royal Caribbean when we started this. I know a lot about Royal Caribbean now, but I don't know nearly as much as our travel advisors know. Our travel advisors know so much. They know how many classes of ships there are. They know how many ships are in each class. They know why they are divided into classes. Is this a Mediterranean cruise or is this an Alaskan cruise? Is this a cruise for kids or is this a cruise for maybe a little bit longer adult, older adult? So what are we looking at here? And let them work through this process with, I record spots that run on WTMJ throughout the week. And I heard myself the other day saying, don't take on the daunting task of planning your own cruise. And I thought, okay, that's a bit dramatic. Who wrote this? But it is overwhelming. Yeah. It's overwhelming. And you want a specialist to help you with that. So,
well, the problem I have with the internet nowadays is you don't know what to trust anymore. So if you're going out to plan and you're looking at Airbnbs or you're looking at, is this an actual website that's legit?
Yes.
Or am I just plugging my information into somewhere and now all my info is going to be on the black market and I don't know what I just did?
But that's you can trust us.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why Fox World Travel is the way to go.
Yes. So that is my message to you today. So if you text to 855-616-1620, and you've not yet heard me speak of this remarkable sale, this is your chance to get all the information without even going to our website. It'll come on your phone, and you can see what we've got going on. And yes, it's true, there was a sailing on a ship that had a 76% savings. It's gone now.
It's gone.
But there are savings up beyond belief. There are examples, and we're talking Mexico, and we're talking Alaska, and we're talking the Caribbean and the Bahamas. Yep, it's true. The Bahamas are kind of getting a little hit right now with what was going on with the hurricane. And here's the beautiful thing about being on a cruise. They can either reschedule you, or they can go, if it's a longer cruise, to a different port.
Sure.
So I highly recommend Royal Caribbean is the biggest cruise company in the world. And the Icon of the Seas arrives, and it's now not only about being the biggest cruise line, but it's about being the best cruise line. So accolades galore for them, and we want to help you with that. So how do you get in touch with an advisor? Certainly Monday through Friday, 866-GO-FOX-GO, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. But also fill out an inquiry form online and just let somebody know what it is you're thinking about doing and let them tell you. And honestly, they're going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you, let's talk destination, then let's talk what ship fits into that destination.
Text FWT?
Yep, F, Fox, W, World, T, Travel. And if you do it in uppercase, it won't autocorrect.
Right.
All right.
And you'll get the link. 855-616-1620 is the number to send that to FWT. We're going to take our first break. We'd love to hear from you. That's the same number. You can call and text us with questions. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Vince Vitrano for Johnson & Sons Paving. Summer is here, but before we know it, we'll be prepping for winter. Johnson & Sons Paving wants to make sure you're ready by remembering the 3 R's of parking lot and asphalt maintenance. Reseal every 2 to 3 years. Repair when you see signs of cracking or potholes. And replace if there's standing water, warping, buckling, or sinking. Don't scare those customers or tenants away with a bad parking lot. Connect with Johnson & Sons today to make those minor repairs before they become huge headaches. Visit johnsonsonspaving.com.
The Fox exclusive cruise sale with Royal Caribbean is going on now. Daring first and thrilling adventures are as plentiful as elegant moments and stress-melting relaxation when you sail with Royal Caribbean. Fox World Travel offers exclusive cruise prices you won't find with any other local travel agency. Plus, for a limited time, receive free specialty dining on select cruises. Let a Fox World Travel cruise expert save you from the daunting task of choosing from ships, ports, and staterooms. And visit foxworldtravel.com to plan your next cruise.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Since 1955, Geis has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. Hey, don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget. They'll even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Hey, it's Dayton Kane personally inviting you to participate in the WTMJ Fall 2024 Fan Survey. Why? You could win Bucks tickets. That's right. It takes less than 10 minutes to complete, and we want your feedback. So to participate, simply text the word survey, S-U-R-V-E-Y, survey, to the WTMJ Talk and Text line. You know that, 855-616-1620. That's 855-616-1620. That survey link gets texted right back to you. We thank you for your participation, and when you complete it, you're going to be entered to win a package that includes $2 tickets for the 2024-25 regular season game and an overnight stay at the Pfister. So why not check it out?
Tune in on Sundays at 10 a.m. for the AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show. Join AccuNet's Brian and David Wickert for the most up-to-date information on mortgage trends, along with timely news on the real estate market. The housing market is in flux, but the national headlines don't often fit local market conditions. Find out what's really happening on the front lines of real estate and mortgage financing in Wisconsin and make better decisions by tuning in every Sunday at 10 a.m. The AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show with Brian and David Wickert on WTMJ.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Rose. Going to be partly cloudy, a high of 72 by the lake today, 76 inland. Beautiful weather, but it's going to turn.
It is going to turn.
It's going to turn. We live in Wisconsin. I was talking to some friends last night, and they were talking about how they're trying to book spring break. And
how's that
flights
going
are
for 'em?
sold out, and they're having it. How long have we been talking about this?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know what else to do. I mean, it's one of those things where I guess we live it, so we watch it so carefully. But with Easter being April 20th, we knew that the 3rd and 4th week of March were going to be everybody's spring break.
They need to go the 4th week of March, and they're having trouble.
Yeah,
so if you haven't done it and you're looking, you're almost late.
You are.
Get on it.
But here's the thing. Fox World Travel also has blocked space. Now, what does that actually mean? We were so ahead of the game that we went to Apple Vacations and said, how about we just have 40 seats to this destination, a.k.a. Riviera Maya, and 40 seats to Punta Cana, and 40 seats to Jamaica, and all of that kind of thing. And so that is out there. And so you're staying at the resort we're holding, and you're staying at on the days that we're going. But yes, that's the week. That is
and you
the
have
week.
tickets, plane tickets.
And
that's what they're having trouble finding.
We're holding charter flights.
There you go. So foxworldtravel.com. Fill out the form there, and they're going to be able to help you out much better than you going online trying to do it yourself. So
exactly. And again, we know too that for whatever reason, flexibility is non-existent, right? Because Dayton, you have probably don't maybe you remember back, but when do you feel like you can't take your kids out of school anymore for stuff like this?
Especially with the activities.
They've got sports and they've got school and the teachers. The old thing where this is educational, that doesn't really work that well anymore. So I just feel like, we've got the space, but again, it's definitely not Disney World. It's whatever. And we are talking to some people who have started booking some beautiful cruises through the Royal Caribbean sale that's going on.
There you go.
They're going to drive down. Because the flights were very high.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of doing things online, we talked last week about renewing our passport.
Yeah. So what we want to remind everybody is, the beta testing is over. The government decided to beta test this twice. And I have personal experience. Some of my friends went online and tried it. And it was one of those things where every day they allowed X amount of people to renew online. And then when that was done, and the beta test was over for the day and you couldn't get in. Well, they got in and they did it. And they had their passports in 2 weeks.
Crazy.
So it is crazy. But there are things that you need to know about renewing online. And the way you find those out is by going to travel.state.gov. It's a website you should have bookmarked in your computers or on your phone or in your iPad or whatever you do, because it's an unbelievable source, but it also is the main source for how you find out all things U.S. passports. And so there is a link to confirm you meet the requirements. Like, how can I do this? So the passport you're renewing is or was valid for 10 years and you are over 25 years old, okay?
Yeah.
What they're doing there is they're eliminating minors, because until you're 16 years old, your passport's only good for 5 years.
Right.
So that qualification right there eliminates minors. We issued your passport that you are renewing between 2009 and 2015, or over 9 years but less than 15 years. So again, think about this. I don't want to. I just want to have you think about it, and I want you to look at it. And you have to be able to upload a photo. Okay. And somebody got a hold of me and said, you insulted our intelligence by saying we should check with our children or grandchildren. I'm not insulting anybody's intelligence. When I don't get something, I just ask my grandson to help me, or my daughter to help me. So, and it works slick as a whistle, and you don't have to go into a passport agency. But if that all seems way too overwhelming for you and you've got a bunch of time on your hands and you like doing that kind of a thing, go to a passport agency. Many of those, like your local post office, are official passport agencies. They have the wherewithal to take your photo and send everything in. One thing to keep in mind, the moment you do this, your current passport is now null and void.
Right.
Okay. So just like you had to send it in to the passport agency, they're just basically canceling the validity of your passport right then and there.
I see troubles with this. We'll see.
All
right. Trouble. In that conversation there, you talked about laptops and iPads, and we're going to have more conversation on that when we come back as well. Get your calls and texts in for Rose Gray. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. We are talking travel because it's the Fox World Travel Show.
Hi, everybody. This is Susan Hiller from Hiller Ford. Hot deals and cool cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's what you'll find at Hiller Ford these days. Right now, you can get a new 2024 Ford F-150, America's favorite truck, with 0.9% 66-month financing, plus a $2,000 Flex Buy rebate. Now that's a hot deal on a really cool truck. Take advantage of one of our many hot deals. Stop in today and see why so many people love to buy from Hiller Ford.
We've found that the high road is worth the climb, and it's less crowded. At Semperfi, everything we do is done to the best of our ability. There are no shortcuts. It's pretty simple. We do what we say we're going to do because we fully understand that a reputation is never given. It's always earned. It is in our nature to keep our values intact so that when we leave your job, you'll be right there to shake our hand with satisfaction. We've installed massive flat roofs and shingled huge churches, schools, and all kinds of homes from modest to extravagant, all with integrity and pride in our work. And we're going to keep doing it for generations to come. That's what always faithful means to us. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Do you ever want to escape the ordinary? Well, here's your chance to escape in a brand new 2024 Ford Escape from Hiller Ford. Hi, I'm Susan Hiller with an escape deal you won't want to pass up. Right now, we are offering 0.9% 66-month financing, plus a $2,000 flex buy rebate on brand new 2024 Ford Escapes. It's your chance to get away with a great deal at Hiller Ford. Stop in today and see why so many people love to buy from Hiller Ford.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Don't forget, you can text FWT to 855-616-1620. Get a link to the big sale that's going on. You guys always have a sale going on. This one's the biggest one ever. Is that what we said last week?
We've never done anything like this with Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
I mean, it usually was several sailings you would get this thing off. And then we also talked about the fact that we belong to a consortium that I've referenced many times. It's called Signature Travel Network.
Right.
And what that does is it's like a group of 600 travel agencies, and we're among the top 10 in that group, and those things bring benefits to Fox that we can pass on to our customers as well. And so that is the benefit of this big sale, between Royal Caribbean giving Fox exclusive things, Signature having those kinds of perks. It's an amazing
So it's like
sale.
me being outside, like, I know a guy. I know Fox World Travel. They're going to get me the hookup.
That's right.
They got it.
We'll give you the hookup, Dave.
FWT.
That's what we do.
To 855-616-1620. All right, let's talk about this, because last week you mentioned it. You said you got a lot of questions on it. Mexico's limiting what we can bring in as far as electronics.
Okay, so this is not new, but they are starting to enforce it. I'm sure it's a revenue generation situation. You are allowed to bring one laptop or a similar portable computing device. So you cannot bring a laptop and an iPad without risking getting fined.
Okay.
The thought process is you're going to sell one of them. Why would you need to? Why would you possibly need to? You can bring up to 3 cell phones, 1 GPS, 2 cameras, a pair of binoculars, and 4 fishing poles. But the bigger one...
The fact that the fishing poles are included. What?
The bigger one that is just causing all kinds of grief is there are lots of people that are... Like, I use a laptop and an iPad. And if I'm going to go inspect properties, I'm going to leave my laptop back at the hotel, and I'm going to take my iPad along with me because I'm taking notes on my iPad and things like that. Not anymore. I'm not doing that
and they're
anymore.
saying that they're various on these, like they're varying what they're charging or
It's supposed
you.
to be 10% of the value of the item.
Sure.
So,
but how do you prove that?
Well, exactly. And so they charge somebody $200 and some for their iPad. Well, you know, it was a $2,000 iPad.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying we're now putting that on every single item that we forward to you that has anything to do with Mexico.
Okay.
So your documents and your invoices and all those kind of things are going to have this on, but it's in the small print.
Okay.
Who reads the small print? Everybody should.
How many
read it.
pickleball paddles can Vetrano bring in to Mexico? That's what I want to know.
We have my sister in the studio with me from British Columbia today. This girl is a pickleball fanatic, and she started a pickleball academy in Ixtapa. What? How many pickleballs do you bring? How many pickleball paddles? As many as you want, or you leave them in Mexico? Okay. All right.
All right. So
depends on how many people you're teaching.
True.
You only need one.
True. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. Get your calls and texts in. We'll go through them when we come back, but now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with formerly mentioned Vince Vetrano. Good morning, Vince.
Thank you, sir. Coming up on 9:30 here in 65 degrees in Milwaukee. Former President Donald Trump scheduled to host a rally in southwest Wisconsin today. The time for the event has changed. It was originally scheduled for 11:30 this morning. Trump now expected to deliver remarks at 2:30 this afternoon. It is at the Prairie du Chien Area Arts Center. Marathon County District Attorney is requesting help now from the State Department of Justice as her office investigates the removal of a ballot drop box outside Wausau City Hall. The mayor of Wausau admitted to removing the box and putting it in his office over concerns that it was not properly secured. The mayor has since released a statement Friday saying in part, Brookfield and New Berlin have brought the question of drop box utilization before their city councils. That is what I would like to do. A high school football game ended early Friday night as a gunshot sent fans and even players running. Wisconsin Lutheran High School, about 84th and Bluemont on the edge of Milwaukee, the school reports an off-duty security guard accidentally fired his gun, injuring himself. The guard's injuries are not life-threatening and nobody else was hurt. Milwaukee police are investigating. Badgers on the West Coast today. They've got a 2:30 kick at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum against the USC Trojans. Trojans playing their first Big Ten home game since joining the conference. And it's Fan Appreciation Night at American Family Field. Brewers and Mets. First pitch 6:15 right here on WTMJ. Take a look at your roads. Your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic Report. Still see the right shoulder blocked I-43 northbound near Beecher. It's been there for a couple of hours due to some sort of incident. It is not slowing down traffic. The bigger story is 894 eastbound. All lanes closed through the weekend from the Hale to the Mitchell interchange for a major repaving project. They are set to open once again early Monday morning. Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Cloudy and windy today, high of 76 degrees, a little bit cooler near the lake with a slight chance of a shower to the south. Overnight low down to 62 under partly cloudy skies. Sunday looks partly cloudy with a high of 72 at the lake, 77 inland. Much of the same for Monday, but mostly sunny. Tuesday with a high of 70 under partly cloudy skies and a sunny high of 67 on Wednesday. Right now in Madison, 63, 66 in Green Bay and Waukesha, Milwaukee at 66 as well. I'm Vince Vitrano, Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 9:32.
Fall is on its way, which means you need to make sure your house is up to snuff before the cold hits. WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga here for the WTMJ Home Improvement Showcase. Join us every week as we highlight services provided by our great partners, including Comfort Awnings and Bruce's team with Realty Executives Integrity. And they'll get you and your home ready for whatever season Wisconsin holds. It's the WTMJ Fall Home Improvement Showcase. Find out more at WTMJ.com.
Planning a getaway? Reserve a parking space that includes superior service and value. Exec Park is the only local family-owned valet parking serving travelers using Mitchell Field for over 42 years. Exec Park has an even greater deal for a limited time just for WTMJ fans. It's just $8.50 a day with cash payment when you mention WTMJ. To get terrific valet parking at this amazing rate, make your required parking reservation today. Call 414-747-1000 or visit execpark.com and tell them you're a fan of WTMJ.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scafidi. Right now, receive 0% financing for 60 months. That is 5 years. Restrictions apply. Tell them I sent you and get an additional $250 off your project for the last windows you'll ever need. Go to uwd.com.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
The Fox exclusive cruise sale with Royal Caribbean is going on now. Daring first and thrilling adventures are as plentiful as elegant moments and stress-melting relaxation when you sail with Royal Caribbean. Fox World Travel offers exclusive cruise prices you won't find with any other local travel agency. Plus, for a limited time, receive free specialty dining on select cruises. Let a Fox World Travel cruise expert save you from the daunting task of choosing from ships, ports, and staterooms. And visit foxworldtravel.com to plan your next cruise.
In this real estate market, you need an aggressive real estate agent. Milwaukee Realty pays for client home inspections and well inspections for their buyers and sellers. That's aggressive. Ask your favorite agent if they will, and then call Milwaukee Realty.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
This is such a fun song.
Yes.
Dayton Kane and Rose Gray with you, 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. Let's get through some of these texts. It says, question for the Fox World Travel Show from Heather in Franklin. I'm dreaming of a Germany Oktoberfest trip in 2025. So am I, Heather. Where should I go? When should I start planning?
Now. So if you go to our website, foxworldtravel.com, and you go to vacation travel, and then you go to group travel, and you see the drop down for Fox Group Vacations, which I reference weekly. There is a trip that's called Brews and Views, Oktoberfest, Germany to Austria, September 24th to October 5th. It's 12 glorious days of beer tasting and more. And the daily itinerary is listed. We start in Berlin, and we do Dresden, and we do Munich, and we do Oktoberfest, and we do the BMW Museum, and we do Salzburg and Berchtesgaden. So we see Hitler's Eagle's Nest and all of that. And much of this I just finished on that battlefield trip.
Yeah.
And then we end in Vienna, which I think is spectacular. But here's the beautiful thing about this. Unlike when you go on your own and you hope and pray that you can get tickets to Oktoberfest, because anybody can get into Oktoberfest. It's a monstrosity of like how many football fields all put together with beer tents galore. But we've got tickets to get you in and get you to a tent, because there are tents sponsored by the various breweries.
Sure.
And then you have tickets to sit down at a table. So yes, if you would rather do it on your own, we have specialists who can help you with that as well. But we've got it all set up for you. So why not take advantage of a group vacation where we've designed the entire trip and you just get to sit back and enjoy it?
Perfect. And you can pregame today in Appleton. Their Oktoberfest is going on today.
Are you doing that?
No, my son's going to go up there, but I'm getting a little old. They get like 70,000 people at that Oktoberfest.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Well, and now like quadruple that for what it's like in Germany. And then you get, kind of overwhelmed by the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
All
yes, we have this all set up for you.
All right, Heather, start hoisting that stein.
Yeah,
Get ready to go.
yeah.
All right, another text here at 855-616-1620. Does FWT have any river cruises? Do you have any recommendations for River Choice, Danube or Rhine? Thanks
Okay.
from Jim in New Berlin.
So those are the two rivers that we suggest you start your river cruising experiences on. Both are delightful, but they're very different. The Rhine is probably going to do Amsterdam to Basel, or the reverse, and the Rhine is going to start in Budapest and go up to maybe Passau, Germany, or it may go all the way up and bus you to Prague. And you can do that in either direction. Both are lovely. Both are very different. So we call our Rhine river cruises Castles Along the Rhine, because I always say you should have your head on a swivel when you're on this, because when you go through the Wachau Valley and you are seeing castle upon castle upon castle, and they're doing some narration up on the top deck. They don't do it inside, but they do it for those people who are outside. And they're talking about these castles. And as I said, you're just kind of going back and forth like a tennis match from side to side, just looking at these remarkable castles. And then the Danube is kind of like the cool little burgs, like Würzburg and Wittenberg and Rothenburg and Regensburg and all along, and you can pick an itinerary that way. Now, if you look again at that same website that I referenced, foxworldtravel.com, you go to vacation, then you go to Fox Group Vacations. We do have some river cruise groups that go. In suggesting a river cruise line, this is where you work with an advisor. What are your expectations? We can start with an entry-level type experience and go all the way up to the most all-inclusive, glorious, grandiose, top-notch experience, and then several in between. We do a lot of work with our good friends at Avalon Waterways. They are owned by Globus family of brands. We love them. They've been in business longer than Fox World Travel has been in business. So
that's saying something.
That is saying something. So we love them, and we work with them a lot. They've done something fun over the course of the last year or two, where they have a happy hour, which used to be half-price cocktails. Now it's 1 hour, and it's free cocktails. And there are about 30 cocktails on the menu that are included in the happy hour. You can believe that the lounge bar is the hop-in place on the ship, because that's where everybody's going.
Yeah.
If you want, again, to take it up the next notch, we would say Uniworld River Cruise is a little bit different concept in that absolutely every beverage is included. So we have people that are looking for wine and cocktail experiences, and they want them all the time, and they want them included. But again, with river cruising, what is so special and what we love so much is there is at least one excursion included every single day. So unlike on big ship cruises where you've got to pick and pay, here you pick and go on the ones that you find exciting. Occasionally, there'll be one or two that you pay for. Sometimes there's something that requires equipment, kayaks, or the bicycle trips are typically included as well. But it could be something in addition. It might be that they gave you an afternoon off to stay in town and explore the town, but now they want to do a pub crawl. And that would be an additional cost. But yes, so again, we have river cruise experts galore. Suffice it to say, thanks to the generosity of our good friends at Avalon Waterways, I believe I can say with very much certainty, at least 85% of our frontline travel advisors have been on a river cruise.
Okay.
So they can
know what
talk
they're doing
firsthand about it. Yeah.
So you're saying you're experts. That's what I'm hearing.
That is what we're saying.
All right.
Yes.
855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. We're thinking of doing a 3-week trip and including stops in Italy and Greece. Can you do both countries in 3 weeks?
You can if you have realistic expectations of what you're going to see. We always try to tell people, we understand that you're taking the flight and that is one of the reasons people are trying to knock a couple of things out all at once. Like, okay, I'm already over here. Why don't I include this country, this country? What are your expectations with regard to the destinations you want to see in each of those countries? So, for example, when I'm in Italy, am I going to try to do Rome and Florence and Venice and the Amalfi Coast and maybe go all the way down to the bottom and even go over to Sicily? Or what are my real expectations? Sure. And when I do Greece, how many of the islands do I want to see? Am I only going to stay on the mainland and do Athens? Or do I want to go to Santorini? Do I want to go to Mykonos? What are your expectations? And then we can say, well, we may have to cut this one off, or we may have to cut this one off. But you work with an advisor to create together that itinerary that you have in your mind, and now it's on paper, and now it's a reality.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll take more of your calls and texts when we come back. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. It's a Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Before you go looking for an area rug that you'll have to settle for because you think that the one you really want will be out of your budget, come to Design Exchange, where you'll find a formidable selection of Oriental, Persian, and other wool area rug choices at 25 to 70% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
It's great to get back home when your castle grounds are grand. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a company that does just that. As in their name, your outdoor living can be grand and the possibilities are unlimited. Patios, decks, water and fire features, lighting, pathways, pergolas, outdoor kitchens. Unleash your imagination out there. Then turn Outdoor Living Unlimited loose. Travel the world and always come home to your dream destination. Start with a voyage to Brookfield's OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Quality roofing, siding, and window manufacturers offer extremely solid warranties.
But you have to make sure that the contractor you hire will outlast them and be there to support you. Right, Dad?
Hi, I'm Randy Miller from All Right Home and Remodeling. You can trust that our second generation,
third generation,
fourth generation,
family-owned company will be here for you and your children and their children.
And their children's children.
Learn more at ALLRITE remodeling.com.
Grandview Homes will buy your home fast, easy, and stress-free. No real estate agents, no repairs, no cleanouts needed. And our reputation is built on 15 years treating sellers with the dignity and respect they deserve. Visit GrandviewHomes.com for your fair cash offer today.
You're busy. Work, family, life. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what you'll do about things like retirement planning, selling a business, investing, or building your legacy. So your buddy hooks you up with his guy. seems fine, but when it gets down to advice, you're all of a sudden knee-deep in products packed with commissions. You start to wonder, are you getting advice or are you getting a sales pitch? Annex Wealth Management is a fee-only fiduciary. No commission products, just advice. And clear thinking when it comes to your investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning. Annex believes financial planning is for everyone. Annex Comprehensive Wealth is a great fit for most. For those with high net worth and complex planning challenges, consider Annex Private Client. For those just starting out, Annex Ignite is a great choice. Head to annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button. It only takes a couple of minutes. Set your own appointment at a time convenient for you. Know the difference with a fee-only fiduciary. That's Annex Wealth Management. annexwealth.com.
Take care of your vacation issues before you hit the road. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
68 degrees in Milwaukee on the way up to a high of 72 near the lake, 76 inland. It's partly cloudy, and that's the way it's going to stay for the rest of the day. I'm looking at foxworldtravel.com, Rose Gray, and I see one of the nicest guys in the world and his beautiful face on your website. June 14th through June 24th next year.
Yeah.
Gene Miller's going on a trip.
He is. And so we had so much fun in Ireland that I had said to him even before we went to Ireland, what do you want to do next? And sometimes he has some wacky ideas, and I have to say, Gene, that's a terrible idea. No, I'm kidding. But so his idea was Scotland.
Okay.
And we find that so many people who don't know much about the whole UK in general and all of that just think they're the same. Oh, well, I've been to Ireland, so I don't have to go to Scotland.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really? So this is our opportunity with Gene to invite people to come along on his trip next year. And we had so much fun. I can't even tell you how much fun we had on that trip, that I know there will be a lot of people, there are a lot of people who were on that trip who have already signed up. But for those of you who didn't, this is your opportunity. So it's 11 days. I love the amount of time. It's a Highland Odyssey, Scotland with Gene Miller. And of course, he will be the first one to tell you the star of the show is his wife, Luann, because she's as sweet as she could possibly be. And we love hanging out with her. And so it is an active trip. Not going to lie. You look at the map that we've got there for you just below the smiling Mr. Miller. And it's an active trip. We're moving quite a bit, but it is absolutely everything you need to know about Scotland. And we've covered it all in 11 days. And we're about halfway sold out.
Okay.
So I just caution you, he who hesitates is going to be out of luck. So get on that one.
And there's another guy that works at this radio station doing a trip.
Yes. So Sicily and Malta with Steve Scafidi. And I listen to his ads and I love them because he always goes, home of my people, because he is Sicilian. But what we thought would be cool about this particular trip is we just added Malta, because certainly you could do 7 to 9 days on Sicily alone. And we're going to some places that Steve has not been. He's been to Sicily, his birthplace, or not his birthplace, his homeland, but he has not been to all the places we're going to go. But then I said to him, we had originally said, well, what if we give them the opportunity to go to Malta if they want to stay 3 more days? And Steve and I at the same time looked at each other and said, no, let's take everybody to
everybody's
Malta.
going.
Let's just add that on that. So that's what we're doing. That's a 14-day trip. So that's a little bit longer, but I'm just totally stoked about this trip. So Palermo and all of the things that you've come to know and love about Sicily, including probably some Godfather references and some things like that. And then we are going to fly to Malta and spend 3 days on Malta. So I'm very excited about that. We're about 2/3 of the way sold out on that one already. So if you're in the sound of my voice or you're streaming and listening and you want to get on this is your chance to do that, because we know these both will sell out. They were both sold out in 24. They will be sold out in 25.
Gene Miller, Steve Scafidi, both going on trips. And the nice thing about this, too, is a Fox World Travel representative goes on. So if something's going on, somebody's there to help you out and make sure everything's running smoothly. So
And it almost always does happen.
It always. But it's always great to have that resource with you when you travel. I love group travel. We've done it quite a bit with you guys, and I don't know that I'd want to go any other way. So we do need to take our final break, but we'd love to hear from you still. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ Talk and Text line. It's the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
loyalty, family. Few things are more important. This is WTMJ Steve Scafidi. Yet another strong storm rolled through Oak Creek in South Milwaukee, causing actual damage at my house. Thankfully, I knew exactly what to do. I called my friends Jeff and Jake at Loyal Family Renovations, and Jeff came by to assess the damage. If your home has suffered storm damage, don't leave it up to the out-of-towners. Loyal Family is family-owned, and the loyalty belongs to their customers. Contact them today for a free damage inspection, and they'll help make your home remodeling dreams a reality. LoyalFamilyRenovations.com.
I was stuffed up. It was almost like someone put a clothespin over my nose. As an athlete, it did affect my performance. And as I got older, the congestion and poor sleep really took their toll.
Mike's a lifetime athlete. After hearing about Advent, he felt he could finally find a solution to his breathing triangle problems.
With my congestion, the kind of sleep I was getting wasn't allowing me to function the way I wanted to.
When your nose isn't working like it should be, it's going to negatively affect your sleep. And then you really can't be at your best at anything that you're doing.
It's been about 5 years since coming to Advent, and what balloon sinuplasty did for my quality of life, that step I took was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Balloon sinuplasty can help solve your breathing triangle problems, which will help you sleep better. And that's going to help you live a better quality of life.
Unlock your potential. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary.
At Gruber Law Offices, our biggest priority is the care and service we provide to our clients. We know accidents can be overwhelming, and we're here to help every step of the way. Call now. One call, that's all.
The Fox exclusive cruise sale with Royal Caribbean is going on now. Daring first and thrilling adventures are as plentiful as elegant moments and stress-melting relaxation when you sail with Royal Caribbean. Fox World Travel offers exclusive cruise prices you won't find with any other local travel agency. Plus, for a limited time, receive free specialty dining on select cruises. Let a Fox World Travel cruise expert save you from the daunting task of choosing from ships, ports, and staterooms. And visit foxworldtravel.com to plan your next cruise.
The Fox and Hound Supper Club in Hubertus is hiring servers, bussers, food runners, expo and barbacks, and cleaners. Make real money. It's perfect for high school and college students, parents, and grandparents. Tell your kids and start next week. FoxandHoundsRestaurant.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Take care of your vacation issues before you hit the road. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
855-616-1620, the WTMJ Talking text line. A text here says, Vince, so good to hear you on a Saturday morning. Don't tell him that. It's just going to go to his head. Dayton Kane and Rose Gray here, talking travel, because that's what we do every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and we're running out of time here. Let's talk one more time about why we would text FWT to 855-616-1620.
Because we will send you a link to our website, our page that has the Royal Caribbean sale on it, which, by the way, ends on the 4th of October. So you've got this week to get with your travel advisor and find some real savings on some outstanding cruises. And I'm talking about Mediterranean and Mexico and Alaska and the Bahamas, 3-night cruise all the way up to a 21-day cruise or more. You remember, Royal Caribbean is the one that did the 274-day around-the-world cruise. So, yes, there's something for everybody. In addition to the really good prices, we're talking about onboard credit. What does that mean? That means certainly all of your meals are included, but let's say that you wanted to go to a specialty restaurant. There's an upcharge for that you could be using your onboard credit for that. Let's say you wanted a spa treatment. You could be using your onboard credits for that. We also have some specialty dining that we're giving away with some of the sailings. We're also doing spa credits. So there's just so many reasons to book right now if you're considering cruising through 2025, because we've got the goods. We've got the deals. We've got the perks. We've got the bonuses. We've got the expertise.
So if I text FWT to 855-616-1620, I get the link.
Yep.
That's going to give me all the different options and things that are happening. Can I book something directly on the website, or do I have to work through
No,
it?
you absolutely can book on our website. So that is something new thanks to our amazing tech team who have made it possible through the magic of technology that you actually could go on there and book a cruise on your own. Now, there's also a link that says contact a travel advisor.
Sure.
So you have that as well. Or you could start the cruise search and then go back and say, all right, I think I found what I wanted, but can we talk about it on Monday? Because I have a few questions before I hit that buy button.
Right.
Yep.
FWT, Fox World Travel, FWT to 855-616-1620. All right, a couple minutes left. Let's tell everybody we talk group travel a lot on the show, but what else does Fox World Travel
so
provide?
Fox World Travel is your full service travel agency. Remember, there are 3 divisions at Fox World Travel. We get to talk about the sexy side, which is vacation travel, but we also do business travel and we also do meetings and incentives travel. And then within the vacation travel division, not only do we have group travel, but we have destination weddings. Those are huge. We have so many people coming to us saying, oh my gosh, I looked at the cost of a wedding in fill in the blank city, and I'm blown away by this. I think what my fiance and I want to do is just go and have a destination wedding in some United States destination or some international destination. We know that Mexico and the Caribbean are huge for these kinds of things. But again, just like choosing a cruise, a daunting task, I understand, choosing which resort you're going to go to and what will make you happy and your guests happy is something that we have specialists who can handle, who can talk to you, can explain to you the pricing and those kinds of things. So we do it all. We do it all. We can't sell you a Greyhound bus ticket probably, but we can do everything else, including Amtrak and cruises and all of the above. So that is what we do, and we've been doing it since 1960.
All right. So send in your link. Get the big cruise deal. 855-616-1620. Text FWT. I see some coming in still. If you send in and check your text, if it says get, retext, all caps, because that's happening again here. So FWT in all caps will get you the link, and that way you know that you're in. All right. So big question. Tomorrow, Jordan Love playing or not playing?
Jordan Love is playing, and the Packers will win.
Against the Vikings, who are
3-0.
I hope you're right, because I'm going to the game.
All right. And don't get in any fights.
Oh, what? What fun is that?
I know you won't.
No, I don't.
All right. So we got a Badger game this afternoon. We got a Packer game tomorrow. So
Brewers playoffs start next week.
Oh, my gosh.
Bucks start next week.
It's a great day to be a sports fan in Wisconsin.
It is a great day to be a sports fan. Okay. We have 1 minute left.
So I just want to remind everybody about the sale one more time. But then what else?
Okay. No, I was just going to say, if this is the time, if I'm looking at 2025, am I too late for spring break or not?
You're not too late, but again, some flexibility. Like maybe you have to take the kids out of school 2 days and you can do a Wednesday to Wednesday or something like that.
Makes it easier.
But also, we've got blocked space.
Okay.
We've got blocked space, and our advisors can go through those options with you, where we've got all-inclusive resorts in the Riviera Maya, in Jamaica, already set aside. We blocked the group space so that even though you're going onto the Apple Vacation website or you're talking to your advisor on an individual basis and they're saying it's sold out, we're holding space.
Okay.
Yeah?
Easiest thing to do is pick up the phone on Monday and call 866-GO-FOX-GO and talk to somebody.
The way I look at it, I mean, that might sound old school, but that is a really good way. I have to pick up my phone and call somebody. But yes, so the sale ends on the 4th. I hate when I come in next week, Saturday, and somebody says, I went on your website and I tried to book something and it's gone, and it's because it's done on the 4th. That's when the whole thing ends. Yeah. So we're serious.
All right, good to see you. You're here next week?
Absolutely.
We will see you then. We'll do it again at 9 o'clock every Saturday. It's a Fox World Travel Show. Coming up next, Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management with Money Talk.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ